are all kinds of knots out there. Basically, they're either natural hair or synthetic. Now, with natural hair, you've got badger, boar, horse. Badger's pretty much been the industry standard for a long time, and I think boar rides right there along with it, and maybe slightly below it. I'm not really sure. But man, with synthetics, they've come a long way. And I'll even go out on a limb and say that a good synthetic can whip up a lather like faster and even easier than a natural hair knot does. You ever have one of those days where the brush just picks itself? Well, I want to show you some of my favorites. Let's take a look. All right, so instead of dragging this out with a bunch of explanations, let's just get into this. Okay, these are just 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 7 of brushes that I reach for all the time. Okay, this one here, this is a NC Chubby from Boti, and this is their ocean current handle. Very cool brush here. Very dense, very heavy. And out of all of the badger knots that I have, this one's probably my favorite or the second favorite, because I'm looking at the one on the table right now and I'm going, oh, is this one my favorite or is it that one? But we'll say that these two are my favorites. So this is one. Okay, the next one is my Yaqi bandstand, and I call this the Birdcage. This is a 24 millimeter Silvertip, and this is just a fantastic knot. It's very soft, very luxurious. The only thing I wish about this is that it was a little bigger, but other than that, just is one of my favorites. Okay, next, this was a gift from Daniel Mahoney at Shamrock Shavings. Let's see, Shamrock Shaving Customs. Daniel knows I like purple, so he made me a brush handle in purple heart. And then I put it's blue, but it looks, oh, there's a hair sticking out of it. I put this purple knot into it. And guys, you see these online and you think, well, that's just gimmicky. But you know what, guys? This is a really decent knot. It's not bad at all. It splays. It's soft. It's really good. So if you've been wanting to try one of these or you're curious about them, give them a shot. I think I got this one from Boti. I think. Yeah. Okay. All right. Next up, this was a gift from my friend Craig. This is a Badlands. Let's see, this is a Badlands. And I call this the Badass. And it's wood and resin. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And I believe the knot it's synthetic. I believe this is a Maggard's knot. And this is one of my favorite synthetic knots. I really, really like this one. It's soft. Oh, it's crooked. It's soft. It splays well. It whips up a great lather. I would like to buy more of these knots to put into other brushes. Okay, now we're going to go back to a natural for a second. This is one that I reach for all the time. This is a vintage Ever Ready handle that I bought from Tim Abernathy. Check out his eBay store where he's got a bunch of brushes for sale. I'll put a link down in the description. Matter of fact, links for all of these makers will be down in the description. I saw Tim post these up on Shave Dad one day. He had bought a bunch of handles, and I messaged him. I said, hey, Tim, how much would one of those handles be? So he gave me a price, and I said, okay, I'll take one. And he goes, okay, I'll pick out the best one for you and clean it up. So he cleaned it up, and he put a boar knot in it. And the boar knot that he put in was a little short, and it had a lot of backbone, and no matter how much I used it, it broke in, but it never really got like soft, like when it's wet and everything. It was, even when it was wet, it was always pretty stiff. It had a lot of backbone, and I like brushes that splay better than poke. So I pulled that knot. Now this looks like it might be a badger, but this is actually a boar. This is a 3-band boar from GDMG. And this is, it's stiff right now, but when this gets wet, oh my God. And look how fluffy those tips are. This thing is just immaculate. I grab for this brush a lot. Okay. The last two are probably my favorite synthetic knots. This is the Hoosier Lathe Works. This is the Hoosier. Is that upside down? I can't tell. Is that upside down? Maybe upside down. Anyway, this is the Hoosier Lathe Works. I call this the Joker, obviously because of the colors. And unfortunately, this cheap-ass camera is not picking up the colors the way it should. So I'll mess with the color profile in the editor and see if I can get that to pop a little more. But this really is a beautiful brush. This is an AP Shave Co. Pure Bliss. And when people see this, they think, oh, it looks scratchy. It's not. It's not scratchy at all. This is a really, really nice knot. If you ever get a chance to get a Pure Bliss knot, this has just the right amount of backbone, but just the right amount of softness. This is really well balanced, and it's not scratchy at all. This is a really nice knot. Very nice. AP Shave Co., you've been out of stock for a long time. Get on it. Okay. And the last one, this is overall probably, oh, sorry. This one here, this one was a gift from Barry, Christmas gift from Barry 2 years ago. He got Hoosier brushes for the three of us, me, Barry, and Doug Lane. And these were the Christmas presents. So very cool. Okay. Now the last one, this is probably my favorite handle and one of my favorite knots. This is an AKA. This is an AKA Brushworks, and this is what I call the Joker, obviously. Beautiful handle, and again, the colors are not popping on this cheap-ass camera the way it really looks. This is really a beautiful knot. That green is like yeah, it looks weak here. It's really like a neon green. It's gorgeous. And this is a 26 millimeter synthetic cashmere knot. So soft, so luxurious. Oh my God. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites. Okay, so anyway, those are the types of knots that we have. Now, for storage, I don't have like all the shelving that a lot of you guys have to put my brushes up on display. So I keep my brushes in tubes. Now, for example, Yaqi will send a lot of their brushes, they're more costly brushes, in these tubes, and I just wipe that off and put the name on it. So Birdcage there. So that one, this goes down in there and goes in the box. My Hoosier Lathe Works, Barry sent it with this cool 3D printed brush case from Zach Norton on Etsy, and it's got magnets on it, so you can put it on there, and it just catches, and it's pretty strong, so it's not gonna. I mean, probably if you flung it, it would probably fly out, but just turn it upside down, it's not going anywhere. Okay, so that's that one, and then I had the hell of a time finding tubes for brushes, looking all over the place on Temu, AliExpress, Alibaba, blah, blah, blah. I even looked at like websites that sell tubes, and it was kind of hard finding them, but I finally nailed some down on Temu, and I've got two types. This is just a plain tube, and I got some stickers. So the AKA Joker brush, I put the name on it, and I keep a bubble wrap in here, a bubble bag, and I just put that down in there like that, twist it up. That helps keep the knot round too, and then I put it down in there and close it up. Now, the reason that I do the baggie, because you're probably thinking, Mully, isn't that a bit of overkill? Okay, if you look inside the rim, do you see? Sorry, you see how it's got a little rim here going around it? If you don't put it in that bag when you pour the brush out, if you put it in there without the bag, when you go to pour it out, well, this one's not doing it. Hold on, let me do another one. Like this one here. If I put that down in there and then I go to turn it up, it sticks on that ridge, right? So then you got to grab it and pull it out, and look how it's pulling the knot, right? And I have to pinch it in the middle like that to get it out. So I'm not doing that to my brushes. So I found that if I just take a bubble wrap bag like that, put it in there, drop that in, and then when I need it, just comes right out. So that's how I do those. Now, some of my brushes, like the Shamrock brush, this is quite a bit longer, and if you put it into this one, it's way too high. And when you put the lid on, well, the lid obviously hits the knot. You don't want that crap, right? But when you get it on, it doesn't stay on because the knot's too high. So I had the hell of a time finding longer tubes, but I did found some longer tubes on Temu, and I took Daniel's sticker and put it on there. And this one also has it's got that little rim on the inside of it there, as you can see. Anyway, so I just put that in there, drop it in. There we go. And good to go. And Shamrock Purple Rain. Okay, so that's it. Now, if you're interested in getting tubes for your brushes, let me tell you what to look for. Save you a step. You're going to want the 100 milliliter tubes and the 100 milliliter extended tubes. So there you go, and there's the difference in the size on them. So for your taller brushes, you're going to want, like for your atomic rockets. I've got a Cody brush that's True Till Death that's quite long that fits in one of these. So yeah, the Badlands brush, it's definitely goes to the longer one, right? So anyway, that's what it is. 100 milliliters for that. Okay, now guys, you ever have one of those days where the brush just picks itself? So before I get out of here, I'm just curious, what brushes do you reach for on a regular basis? These tend to be the ones that I use the most. But that doesn't discount any of the other brushes that I have. You know, this selection could have changed in a heartbeat. I just chose these because of the different types of knots I wanted to show you that I go with. And anyway, I guess we'll leave that at that. No reason to do any long-winded crap. And all right, guys, well, you guys have a great rest of the night, great rest of the day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And I guess we'll call that a display. Y'all stay smooth.